Hello, hello, welcome Pinake. Welcome everybody else. We're gonna soon bear witness to game 2 of TTK tournament between Koshiro and Cliffvine. If I remember correctly, Koshiro was Gote last time, so they're supposed to set up the game so that he's Sente. And yeah, the only way we will have the third game tomorrow if Koshiro draws the score by winning today. Else Cliffvine is getting the title, his first TTKing title. We still have a few minutes. Maybe we can... There's this funny Tsume over here. You guys would like to try to solve it? Later tonight we will have our pro watching stream, of course. It's not really tonight. It's like what? 3 hours? 3 hours? 2 plus 3 equals 4. Yes, in 3 hours. Hi Toad, welcome Raiders. We have 2 minutes so that everyone gets their own nice and warm cup of tea for the game. For Shogi, usually you would think, well, I recommend green tea. But if you didn't know, professionals usually drink a roasted green tea. So if you want to feel more pro, get your roasted green tea ready. For now, we're waiting for the game to start. 2 more minutes to go. As you guys probably saw on the YouTube, I did the last video before Christmas, basically. The next week I'm gonna try to catch up with the Lady Pro introduction, last season TTQ video, finally. And everything else, prize giving, diploma sending, stuff like this, we have to figure it out and set up January pro games that you guys will be able to enjoy on this channel as well. And then, of course, new TT series. Which number is it? Number 7 already? Wow. Will be also at the end of January, so the registration will be somewhere in January. Remember to invite your friends. Yeah, you have some time to make some friends until then. If you're like, yeah, none of my friends like Shogi, make new ones. Make new friends that like Shogi. And then bring them in. If you guys are under 5Q, we have a warm-up tournament for you. The registration is 6 days. From 6 days it's gonna start, yeah? You have 6 days to register. Tourney-To on our Discord as well. And I see Koshiro is here, so I think the game's gonna start soon. I would like Koshiro to remember to be Sente. For himself, because we change the colors each round. In Shogi World, even green tea is not spared from roasting. That's so true. Again, the game today will be 30 minutes thinking time with 1 minute Biomi after that. Last time we barely entered Biomi, the game ended. So both players played really quickly. We're gonna see what will be the tempo today. In the meantime, you can see Nekomado teaching game going on as well. Cool, cool. Cliffvine is here waiting for the game, but we need Koshiro. Who needs to set up Sente? Koshiro needs to set up Sente, I believe. Hello, Tokyo Peach, how are you? Are you ready? You're ready? Ah, we should start a prediction in the meantime. Who will win today? Koshiro. Cliffvine or draw. Draw is very unlikely, but I still technically we would like. Wait, is the prediction? It's way too short, is it? It's like 5 seconds. We gonna cancel that. Give me a moment. Yeah, sure. Delete. Let's run it again. Koshiro is waiting for Sente. That's good. So Koshiro, Cliffvine, non-draw, and then submission period. Okay. Yeah, 10 minutes. Here we go. Alright. The Cliffvine needs to challenge Koshiro with Sente handicap. Hopefully they talking about this between each other. In the meantime, Mizuti and Takepeach are playing Shogi ladder game. A great way to improve your Shogi is joining ladder game. But I think Koshiro is got. Okay, that's wrong, yeah? Oops, that seems wrong. That seems opposite. Can we retry? Koshiro needs to be sent. I'm not sure if they received the messages during the game. Yeah. Because that's our rule. We need to play with opposite colors. Koshiro was Gote last turn. Okay, so now we know that if you set a table as fixed black, you become Gote. So it has to be the Gote player who sets up the handicap game. That's good to know. So by setting up the handicap, you give them Sente. Alright. I see they can't reply. Alright, so Cliffvine is waiting for fixed black. That's great. And here we go. Let's see. Correct. Alright, good luck both guys. And let's enjoy this feast together. Hello, Mifa. Mifa is our, if I counted correctly, twice king, ex-king. So maybe we should have Mifa comment a little bit in the chat as well. Do you feel pressure, Mifa, when you're playing the title match? Alright, the game is going on. We have Koshiro playing third fire rook, and Cliffvine counters that with possibly swinging rook as well. That's what we saw in the game number 1. Bishop exchange is happening because Cliffvine is trying to utilize over the fact that this move cannot be answered with this, as the bishop line is blocked, yeah? So only Gote would be the one with a horse. Mifa, there was no pressure at all. Okay. So Koshiro would need to find a different way to approach the situation. Another famous line would be something like this. But this is thought to be good for this side, actually. But we will see how the game develops. Koshiro defends and goes for the counter. So we have a very, very quick opening of the fight. The opening phase is almost over because of it. The position can go both ways, actually. It can become more violent, or it could calm down and come back to the opening, kinda. But Koshiro is also trying to get a horse to not be a horse behind. Having a horse on the board is advantage itself. So now Koshiro will be able to create a horse. The problem is he is 2 pawns down. We explained in our Ureshino openings videos on YouTube that having 1 pawn disadvantage in the opening is okay. 2 pawns become a little bit sketchy, and of course more will be even worse. So, I mean, as long as Koshiro is able to retake this pawn, it should be pretty balanced. But here you can see, yeah, Cliffvine will be defending that pawn. You have to be very careful, Mifa, to not sound too disrespectful to your opponents. But we know you are a very, very strong player indeed. Mifa likes to play his defensive shogi and throw away the rook. Use his king more efficiently. That's the Mifa style, yeah. Here we have yeah, pretty unusual line, isn't it? Double horse on the board. Gota has 2 pawns advantage, but you could say that Koshiro's generals on the left, yeah, this one and this one are a little bit more active. The question is also which horse is more active, and what can be done with them. Like with every piece, if you have a more active rook or a more active bishop, you are ahead. In this case, what those horses will do, where they will end up being, will they have a support, will be playing a great role in this game. Divine pulls his horse back. It is a fact that if the horse is in the center of the board, let's say here, it will have a lot of influence over the board, right? So square like this are good spaces for the horse indeed. I was wondering if we can get more battle-like songs for the title match, but all of those are pretty chill and calm. I mean, it's called chill beats, but I was hoping we're gonna find something more befitting, yeah? This is our chill. We're lacking good beats. Maybe this one sounds better. Beats of Rage, yeah, I was thinking about that one as well. We can try that after. The closer we are to the Biomi. Surprisingly, Koshiro offers another pawn for free. Yeah, what did we have? This, yeah? This is taken, perhaps this gold becomes more active, but notice that we cannot go up to here because this pawn won't have a defender. Cliffvine did take the pawn, and the game continues. Horse is a very unpleasant piece to play against. Usually what you want to do is do your best to put pressure on it. And that's what Koshiro did. He put a pressure on it, and look what he gained. He gained 2 tempo to move his rook to more efficient square. And now, if you look carefully, if this silver moves... oh, actually, no, never mind. The king is still protecting the gold. I was just like to show you, oh, we can take the gold, but no, the king is protecting the gold still. Never mind. Nevertheless, it is the more effective square for the rook. Oh, by the way, this type of game is called Rikisen, which is roughly translated in English to freestyle shogi. Freestyle shogi is characterized, or like it is said that the player's creativity and the real strength are being tested. Yeah, because there are shapes that you're not used to it. You don't know the standard move in a certain position. So therefore, yeah, only the true strength, true understanding will shine. For now, this square is a little bit open. So if Koshiro had a pawn in hand, maybe some magic could be done. You bet on Koshiro's side. Alright, yeah, we had prediction going on. Seems like Mifa or Contetti predicted Koshiro. Nice, nice. Predicting Koshiro. If Koshiro wins, means we have one more game tomorrow. This would be the more exciting option for me as a streamer as well, because I will have more to talk about. Currently, the situation is Cliffvine do have pawn advantage. But time disadvantage. Okay, Koshiro is building the Tetris tower, like we explained in our YouTube video as well. Bringing more and more pieces to the center to put more and more pressure on the horse. Seems like a valid plan. Cliffvine also could consider somewhat opening this line by putting a pressure on the silver. So those both game plans might slowly crash here. We cannot really make a castle anymore. I said the game might slow down, but really we cannot really make a castle. Koshiro is missing pawns, and Cliffvine is not really in a shape to make a castle. Yeah, his king is in the center, the generals are a little bit off. So the middle game continues. My phone was disturbing me, sorry about that. Speaking of other pieces activity, we have rooks. Koshiro rook is seemingly more active as it is on the open 5. Cliffvine rook is blocked by 7-4 pawn, right? Even if it were to move to 8 to square it, there's also pawn blocking it. Koshiro silvers, I expect, yeah, this guy will eventually like find its way here and pretend to be active by taking one of those pawns. It's not pretend to be active, it's actually silver activation. What Cliffvine can do is probably protect this pawn so the silver won't have a target, but we will see. So, speaking of rook activation, Cliffvine decided to open the rook line. And notice that the silver cannot take it because this line. So now we're combining both ideas. Yeah, putting pressure on the silver. Previously we couldn't have done it. We couldn't have done it because of this move. So by pushing this we block the line, and now we're threatening to push a pawn against the silver. As you guys know from Ureshino number 7 video, against silver in front of the pawns, push a pawn, that's the proverb. So that's what Cliffvine is doing. Somebody drew the arrow here, indicating that the silver would be able to help with the protection of that. That could be an option. This silver also, if it was pushed, it would be able to go here as the rook is protecting it. But of course this activates this rook in the meantime, so it's really hard to tell. You know, the silver going backward like this cannot be a good thing. Definitely Cliffvine would like to push this silver here, protect the pawn before pushing this, as this line will be reopened. Yep, that's a good choice of music. Alright, silver 5-6, silver 6-3, as expected. Tetris Tower versus lower pressure with pawns. What's going to happen next? So now this pawn cannot be taken anymore. Yeah, because the silver protects it. Koshiro, of course, wants those pawns in hand, so he decides to attack on the edge. Which is quite bold, because if we exchange the lances, there is a lance drop here. But notice that this move of retaking will be a check by the horse, so we have time to prepare for that. There's also a chance that Cliffvine will block the lance, and therefore we will end up sacrificing the last 4 pawns. Also a possible plan. Probably that's what's going to happen, as it feels like it. Like you shouldn't give too many pieces to Koshiro, who do have more active pieces in the center. Let's say something like this happens. Then Koshiro would be able to retake the lance like this, but in the meantime, there might be a counter, right? Then we lose one of the silvers, and technically we could be worse off. Hard to say, to be honest. We don't have to counter here immediately. We could play a different move, like push those pawns. Because we have this lance in hand, we can think of many different moves, yeah? Like, for example, something like this, yeah? Now, of course, yeah, if we were just to take it, this is a check, we have to run, and it's Koshiro's turn to play. Maybe he will be able to do something aggressive, yeah? So far, guys, who do you feel feels better? I see your guys' prediction. I see Olive voted for number 2, which is Cliffvine. But do you hold your choice? Do you still think he is better? In this moment, we went into lance exchange line, where it's Koshiro's turn to move. And this is very crucial for him to find something effective. If we play a passive move, our horse will be on the edge. That seems a little bit off. And we gave the enemy a lance to attack with, which we said moves like 5-5 lance drop or stuff is quite threatening on our king. Shogi Primifa says, Koshiro has the brave king. Yup. Early stream today. So Alexander, today we have a special title match, but we also will have the regular stream at 5, so don't you worry. I don't really understand this position. The opening looked better for Cliffvine, says Olive. I agree. I also don't understand this position. This is the beauty of freestyle shogi. Nobody understands freestyle shogi, yeah? That's the beauty of it. I'm gonna stretch a little bit here. I will need to get more tea. I've been so excited by the game that I kept drinking on it and drinking on it. Did we reach? No, we didn't reach the end of the... Okay, that's 30 minutes video. That's good, that's good. We have a blue arrow showing us the lens drop. Problem with lens drop, yes, we will be able to like put a pressure on the horse, but doesn't mean that we'll be immediately able to break in. It does feel at a glance like a nice follow-up. But yeah, we have to count deeper. Yeah, as a player of TTK, you not only wanna jump into the move, you wanna see the deeper position by reading, oh, I want to do this, but what my opponent will counter us with? What is their plan? And if their plan is this, maybe I can do something more efficient. More efficient by blocking him, or more efficient because I know I'm not in danger yet, you know? Taking that into consideration, maybe pound push 3-6 would be better, you know? Slower move, but more reliable, without using a big piece that is a lance. And maybe retreating the silver and climbing it on the right side. We have to be really careful about this pound push as well, you know? Take that all into consideration. Which is especially because we have a sitting king. Yeah. Just waiting to be shot down like a duck. Koshiro is touching his horse. As you've seen, it turned blue. This is only natural because the horse isn't very active, as we said, on the edge. Trying to find a better square for it is proper. The thing is, if we move it anywhere like here or here, the silver can go up and like attack or protect it. De facto activating the silver and making this threat powerful. Although this square becomes weaker. Lens drop awaits though. It's all very, very complex. The other square for the horse is maybe like here, but again, yeah, maybe something crazy like this because this silver is pinned. Maybe that's what you're thinking about. Who knows? Therefore, perhaps this would be a better move. Protecting this line with double generals. But again, is this horse active enough? Well, Koshiro decided yes, and he played the horse over there. It looks like free tempo, but actually this gold coming here puts more stability to Goddess King. Yeah. Like, for example, this square here is now double protected. We have a pawn in hand. Koshiro is touching the pawn. Maybe he is thinking about dropping it here to disturb the shape. Or some other drop. Hopefully not Nifu. Nifu is something we don't want to see at the highest level. I will be back in a moment. Karo is back with a fresh cup of tea. What did happen? Let's see, let's see. So we had silver horse and horse going down, which was defended. Then this lance drop happened. We're trying to attack through the center, which was very strongly protected by Cliffvine. Next, returning to push this pawn, right, targeting the lance. In the meantime, Koshiro is threatening very nasty things by Rook Sabaki, which Cliffvine protected. Horse 8-5. This is a nasty threat of giving a check and getting the rook. Really interesting. So yeah, Koshiro is a little bit in trouble if he allows this move. He will lose a piece, right, de facto. But also not really, not really. Actually, if we ignore the threat for a moment, he will lose the silver, but he will be able to counter like this, for example. In which case he would lose the lance for silver-gold exchange. It's really hard to judge. We do need to activate other pieces. The king move, of course, runs away from this check threat. And now Koshiro took the vanguarded position on the knife file. And the music kicked the beat up. So Cliffvine once more in this game has a very, very solid shape. And going for the counter. As we said, the exchange of lands will happen. Here we don't have to take, we could drop a pawn, but that will be out of pawns. Wouldn't be good. If we take, then of course we lose the silver. So it's really hard choice here. Hard choice to make. If the lance isn't taken, then of course the gold on 5-7 will be taken with a check, right? Like this. So we have to do something about it. Pawn, I believe... Yeah, as we said, if it's taken, and then retaken, maybe we can drop another lance, stuff like that. Which would de facto pin Koshiro's silvers to the center. My only concern is, you know, guys, we had those pieces like on this side. It seems like Koshiro has the advantage of numbers, but that's like not enough to do anything. Pawn promotion, this is a smart move because if Rook takes, Rook will die to a lance. This is why we took the lance. Yeah. Maybe this is a chance. If the Rook escapes, of course, we have a Tokin, so Tokin going to 8-3 is a nice continuation. Knight takes... we would be able to drop the pawn and kill the knight, right? At worst. Again, retaining the same promotion and the same lance drop. So this is like a nice in-between move for Koshiro to throw away the spawn after he had taken the lance. Really nice. At some point, Cliffvine could consider like not caring about this rook at all. But considering that he doesn't have any attack in Koshiro's camp directly, might be a little bit too early. Hope you guys are also having a nice Saturday so far. Who's speaking about me? In Japan they say if you're sneezing it means someone is speaking about you. Yeah, so Cliffvine decides to take it, which means the rook is going to die. That's an interesting choice here. But maybe we wanna redrop the lance and take the horse. Yeah, okay, I see. The problem, yeah, with that is now Koshiro has a pivotal piece in the attack. And is able to take the knight. And having the knight, in the future, something like knight drop here might become useful, and his rook becomes active. Here, though, that weakens the king defenses a little bit, so if Cliffvine is able to utilize it somewhat, might be better. But also rook promotion threatens dragon check on 3-1. So that might be tiny bit concerning, yeah. It may seem that chance came for Koshiro. Yeah, this rook promotion is hard to stop if you think about it. Sneezing also means what you said prior is true. Interesting. Thank you, chat. Thank you. For all the blessings. I think the proverb was like, if you sneeze twice, someone is talking about you. If you sneeze thrice, you're getting sick. Okay, so we're gonna block those 2 dragons. A singular lance blocking 2 dragons, that's a nice investment. The knight drop comes in, yeah, and this is unstoppable because even if you would try to defend it, this silver helps us like break through, right? So at least we will have some exchange happening. Cliffvine moved his horse, right, to 8-8. I'm not exactly sure what that is trying to accomplish. Perhaps just avoiding this lance drop, which was quite important, while threatening to take this knight. But generally, a move like this feels like it's only defending. It's not really close. Like, it is closer to the king, but not really adding an attacker or anything. But I may be wrong. 2 dragons are scary, but a singular lance. This is actually called a bottom pawn. If there was a pawn, it would bottom pawn. This we could also call a bottom lance. This shape is hella good shape. It's really hard to break. So, really good defense by Cliffvine. The silver is dropped. The game continues. I'm not sure about you guys. This music makes me think that there's like this meow, 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 meow in the background. Meowing. Meow, meow. I miss my cat. I hope to see it on Christmas again. Okay, so one way to like attack this position would be to like bring this guy here. and put some pressure using those pawns and stuff. But now that we've used this silver in defense, yeah, we don't have many pieces to use in attack, right? Koshiro is considering taking this with the knight because in that moment we're gonna give them a knight, which is gonna enable their attack. So we have to consider it. To break bottom pawn, you will have to give up a gold or a rook. If we're able to like attack the king from a different side, like in this case from the ear, then we don't have to worry about this. Else, I would be thinking about like attacking this gold here, but the problem is it's also double protected by this gold. Even if this gold is taken, this gold can retake. And that brings it a bit of trouble. Okay, Koshiro dropped the lance, which means next we're gonna take it and have like double attack on this square. It's potentially nice. In this timing, we are able to take the knight as well. Would that be good? Question is, can we do anything with that knight? Could also like double protect here. So that takes, like loses Koshiro 2 pieces for 1. You will end up with active lance, but only silver in hand. Yeah, okay, we're gonna change now. Yeah, it's a very hard situation right now. I have no idea who's better. Yeah, we took away the knight. That seems natural because the knight jump seems to be like a very effective move. Now the silver and lance are kinda desynchronized. And now, yeah, we're using the knight to attack. Although the gold could move. Further attack on 5-7 could be possible in the future. Oh, another thing I would like to try for Koshiro, maybe not in this moment, let's ignore it, but at some point this move will be quite interesting. Because we could break through like this. Of course, you know, we give a whole dragon, so that will be scary. This move would weaken this gold that we talked about. Yeah, this shape, golds being together was strong, so now we broke it a little bit. A possible way to think about it, yeah. For now, like this taking this becomes a checkmate threat, so we cannot allow that. The time is down to 10 minutes per player. It's gonna get tense. We're closer to the... Okay, I am lost. I am lost right now. There is a problem with this. I'm afraid there might be a problem with this move. I mean, the idea is if they take, we retake. It doesn't seem too secure, but also I was also a little bit worried that, sorry, go back. Maybe this move is possible. Pawn takes, you know, we take. Gold takes also means like we're leaving the defenses of the king, and knight promotion looked pretty scary to me, yeah, against silver drop. I wasn't so sure if that's survivable at a glance. I mean, sure, we can move the gold up or here. But if we go here, maybe there's a bishop up. If we go here... Yeah, I mean... It's kind of scary in this moment. There might be something coming up. Anyway, We are in here this position. There is a gold drop here now possible because this square is empty. But Koshiro for some reason really wanted to grab the knight, which makes sense. In sense of next we're gonna do this. And like if we go here we will have a knight drop type of attack, yeah? Makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna drop we're gonna continue attacking now that we have a square for it. Hello, Melkor. In Switzerland, being late is unacceptable. Today is a little bit weird day because we will have 2 streams. So because we have this free gold running on the staying on the board, you would like to grab it, yeah, exchange silver for the gold. That seems fair. The best way to defend is to exchange the attacking piece for defending piece, yeah, because then we'll be able to, for example, yeah, cover that square that was weak. And the square is now covered. This of course means we have less defenders, but because it was a gold, why not? Yeah, silver for gold. With gold we have better chance of surviving. Also we will have more attackers. It's a chance for Cliffvine to find something smart to break through. For example, we could consider moves like this. We could consider some bishop drops, like weird places, or we could simply consider going back, but this I like the least as it enables Sente to like continue punching in. So here we go, yeah, most natural looking one. It probably means that the gold exchange will happen. And Cliff in turn. Consider if whenever he has an effective attack. And yeah, he can do many things. He could try to surround this king or drop the pawn at the head of this king to weaken him a little bit more. That horse on 8-8, we would like to find a way for it to work as well. But at worst, you know, this guy is defending pretty nicely. Oh, I was showing you guys this move. Like the knight drop here, but actually knight drop here is also possible, yeah, because h-pawn isn't pushed. That's also quite important. Putting horse on 7-8 looks dangerous. It brings the horse closer to the king, but the king still could run to the right. So it's hard to judge. Follow the latest position, going for the surround technique, yeah. Currently pawn drop 5-7, silver takes looks dangerous, so pawn drop king takes will be necessary. And cannot therefore really move this silver, yeah? So we're talking about this. If this silver is not here, it's quite dangerous. So if we were to play this, yeah, like if we do that, this silver almost dies. Almost. But the king is surrounded. King takes. Maybe pawn drop again. And like we have this pawn to play with, right? Maybe this will come. Quite nasty. So Koshiro perhaps might be a bit scared to move his silver. But we're entering endgame, so every piece starts to count very strongly. Where do we use it? Where do we drop it? It's gonna be a hard decision. Yeah, the horse defense, it would be lost with horse 7-8, but I think, you know, the king is relatively safe on 2-2. 2-2 square doesn't matter as much as 2-3 square temporarily, I think. Koshiro might also be considering, sorry, when he has time, to do moves like this. And like drag the silver away and then attack the head of the king. And this is when the 2-2 square is going to be relevant. But not yet, kinda. So if he has the time to like move the horse safely for one move, that's gonna be a nice finisher, yeah? Gold drop 3-9 looks like a move, but maybe it isn't so good because the only thing it's doing is slowing everything down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when explaining about not having enough pieces. Did I say that out loud? I'm not sure. Like, this bishop is surviving, and then we have this gold here forever stuck on this square. Sorry, on this square. And it is a good defender, but our lance is now under attack, and we might run out of material. Knight drop to 5. 1-5. So the question is again, how dangerous is this move, yeah? I mean... Okay, let's consider this, yeah, for example. If we're gonna leave it like this is, we're in checkmate threat. And this king seems to be surviving, right? Like barely, but surviving. Like even if we run down, technically, is it good enough? Is it good enough with those two guys here? Probably it's good enough, right? Even if we have the lance, the king can run here. We survive. So like Koshiro is missing one piece to finish it off at least. Is there a better move here? Like you could consider going here because like the king barely survives. Barely. Like it seems like we would be missing a little bit to deliver that final punch, yeah? And even if we defend here, we have a pawn drop to like continue, so not that easy. Not sure if we have time for that, yeah? Anyway, but also we have that other move that we talked about, which is king takes. And of course, that changes the situation. But let's say, yeah, let's say we play a move like this. Like, how are we gonna deal with it? How are we going to deal with it? If we go up, we get surrounded, right? If we go down, another pawn drops follows, and like, what are we going to... This is almost checkmate, yeah? Sorry, is it even faster with this guy? Like this? Might be even faster like that. This is immediately checkmate threat. So in that case, we would be forced to drop the gold. And like we wasted it gold, yeah? Yeah, I also missed that horse move. I just thought like, oh, Koshiro doesn't have enough pieces, so what if? I mean, even if Cliffvine doesn't have a continuation, which he, by the way, has. Yeah, he would be able to do this. In this case, if we got the same line, previously we had gold and silver, now we have only silver, so it means we have even less attackers. And this king is even more surviving. So that would be concerning. Therefore, even with gold drop here, as we talked about, how are we exactly going to defend against that, yeah? This time maybe silver draw, gold draw, king run. And again, the same thing happens. Like, what are we gonna do about it? So Koshiro realizes that the bishop line is a big problem and tries to block it. That's my understanding of this move. Yes, I agree, Melkor. I would like to use my dragon in the defense as well. It's that there is not a good timing to do so. Cliffvine has 3 pieces, 4 technically pieces in the attack, a pawn, gold, 2 bishops. So it's on the verge of succeeding. If we have 4 pieces in the attack, you should be able to have continuous attack. Koshiro's position is perhaps not as clear, because after this move, for example, this knight can be reactivated, which is a very smart tactic, by the way. But also, how do we evaluate these dragons, yeah? Are they useful? Are they useless? Can they be considered attacking pieces? Most likely not. Unless that lance in hand is gonna give us something. Cannot really give away the rook because our king is so weak. Because of that, we have to slow down and defend. Now Cliffvine needs to find something good. If he feels he's safe enough, he could consider like taking this or doing something with this horse. And we have 5 minutes per player to decide. Oh, I'm sorry, Flamako. If you have any question, please ask. I have so much time to explain stuff right now. Ooh, a rook on opponent's side is always stronger than your own. Opponent's side. Yes, that I could agree with that. It feels stronger. In this case, because of king safety, yeah? Maybe rook in a hand is stronger than rook on the board. That's definitely a thing. Obojin! Obojin! Oh no. More Gen jokes incoming. Rook in hand. Definitely a piece in hand is stronger than a piece on the board. I agree. 1 bishop equals 1,000 rooks. Mifa proverb number 67. Oh, that was quote by Mifa? It's a good quote then. But yeah, imagine Koshiro had rook in hand. Yeah, I guess it would be more useful to drop it here. Yeah, I guess. So Cliffvine is using his horse. This is threatening to drop the gold, so we use the finally Melkor. Here it comes, dragon in the defense. Finally having a use for that piece. Melkor says, now Koshiro looks in good position. I like your confidence. Well, I could argue that a move like this exists. which gonna disturb the position a little bit, but I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we could defend it. Or maybe, if we're brave enough, to delay the enemy's attack, like that. I don't know. This looks a little bit risky. Horse 2-8 looked better than 7-9. That's an interesting point. Here the problem was maybe there was like a goal drop. Maybe we wanted to cover this square, you know? Maybe that was the idea. Alright, 2 moves were played. This bishop took the knight and Koshiro dropped the pawn to attack. So he's using pawns smartly as a 6 dan, you know, and they always use pawns nicely. I didn't think of this move, but good move. This ensures that if we're about to take it, this silver feels a little bit stronger as we have this continuation. And now, look what happens if the king runs a checkmate. So the only move is to take, and suddenly this piece comes relevant. How cool of a pawn drop that is. This would be a mate, by the way. So we have to be really careful against this. You can proudly say that I wanted to play that pawn drop too. Well, Mercor, few steps more and you're gonna get to 6 dan as well. No, honestly, it's a very good move. Alright, the pawn drop came though. And now we enter the most tense part of the game, which is the, well, critical endgame, right? The dragon on 9-8 does feel like giving a little bit of comfort to Sente's king. And the problem of 2-3 pawn promotion still exists. Ooh, alright, so we're saying I'm not gonna speed you up by allowing this knight to come. I will leave it be. My pawn is on the board, so you cannot use the knight. My king will be safe enough to survive here. That's perhaps what Cliffvine is saying. And he goes for... perhaps, I think it's almost or already a checkmate red. Probably already a checkmate red. Something like... well, we have a gold additionally, so that's even easier. Just drop all the pieces, yeah. Which is this fastest one? Yeah, let's say whatever. Something like this, yeah? It works. Whatever works. So Koshiro, again, this is the question of attack or defense. If we're gonna attack, is this a checkmate or not? Yeah? That's the question. Is this a checkmate? Is this a checkmate? Is this a checkmate? Yeah? All of those we have to check. If not, we could input 1 move or 2, but we would have to defend. Knight drop 5-5, interesting. Knight drop 5-5 does work as well? My problem with knight drop 5-5 is we can take it, no? We run here, pawn drop, takes. Is it a mate, is the question, Mercor, yeah? I mean, yeah, we have the rook drop here and something, but not exactly that mate, maybe. Welcome everybody new who came in the meantime. We do have the normal stream in 2 hours. If Koshiro wins this game, we have another stream tomorrow of game 3. If Cliffvine wins, he gets the title, and the title match ends today. And as I explained on YouTube, I finished with tips for beginners for this year. We're gonna start with some more castle breaking and maybe endgame next year. This week I'm gonna catch up with Lady Pro introduction from the TTQ previous season. And after that I will try to get all the certificates and stuff sent out so that we can have a clean state for January. Teaching Pro games and new season of TT Series 7. I'd go for Hishi by taking the silver, maybe. Yeah, but this is almost Hishi already by this night drop, yeah? Koshiro has 1 minute to decide. Let me try out what happens when the silver moves. This one? Well, we can simply drop the gold. If the king goes here, we can, let's say, take this knight. Yeah, making this less likely to be Tsume. Same if it goes up or down. Or even pawn drop 5-7. Yeah, pawn drop 5-7, even better, I would say. Yeah, this would be a mate immediately. So Koshiro has to go in. He promoted the pawn to 3. Silver takes, lance takes. 10 seconds before Byoyomi. Pawn drop. The music also kicked in. Karo Mitsume, yes. Roast me, Melkor, roast me. Maybe I will learn my lesson. Milefink says it's fun if God had no gold on 4-2. I'm sure that he wins. No gold on 4-2. Maybe 3 gold was a safe way to play. Yeah, I think as long as this is not Tsume. I don't know why, but I don't hear the Byoyomi sound right now. Okay, so Koshiro decides I have no mate, I will defend. Now the ball goes back to Cliffvine. Whenever he has a decisive attack or not. Both sides enter Byoyomi. King takes is the only move, actually. Because of the silver drop over here. Was the only move. And now the silver is doing the Titan's work by protecting the king's head. Question being, is that enough? Cliffvine has lance, silver, gold, and few pounds in hand. All of which we would like to have a knight instead, probably. Which we don't have. Horse moves in, that's returning a checkmate by taking the knight over here. Mifai is shouting, "Come on, Koshiro!" in the chat. If Koshiro didn't have a mate with silver gold knight, it's even less likely he will have a mate with gold knight. But no, he had gold, silver, now he has a knight, so that might change a bit. The only defense, probably, yeah, pound drop or something to block the horse off. King tries to survive. But Koshiro first makes a check. A good tactic. Time Suji. I don't think he's going to Nifu. Yeah, the question is it good or not? That's true. This is why, guys, the endgame study, the Sumishok is important. Because if you make a mistake in this phase of the game, that's irreversible. One could say that Cliffvine has the advantage of having two horses while Koshiro's dragon over here is just doing nothing, yeah? If the dragon had time to pick up this lance, it would be a different story, but it doesn't have it. Yeah, it's rough, but definitely the Cliffvine King's leaves, yeah. He could walk like to here right now. This, and he survives. Mifa, you're expected to win at this point. 3-4 silver is an interesting move. Indeed, if it's taken, it is a mate. Well spotted. But the king can ignore it and go here, right? This square and this square and this square are undefended, so might be a nice trick to try, though. Koshiro decides to defend. Somewhat protect that square that we talked about. But now Cliffvine has all the pieces, all the time he ever needed, because his king is virtually unmatable in Zetto, because Koshiro has only pawns. There's two ways to win this game. One, which is just ensure this king enters. The other way is to just checkmate this boy. A natural move, I think, would be considered something like this. But we will see. Yeah. This threatens. What does it threaten? Just drop, probably. And drop again, yeah. This gives us this life, but it's sketchy. it's don't say nothing, yeah. There's something about this move that might be a little bit sketchy. Yeah, there is no panic. Both players play logical moves. This characterizes very, very strong players. The mistakes they're making are very, how do you say, not easy mistakes if they do, yeah. Now this is important. We cannot take it with the horse because there's with the knight because there's a horse pinning it to the king. And if the king runs, Silver goats. King one's here. Or silver goats. If the king takes, we have a lance drop. And unfortunately, that will lead to a checkmate. This is why Koshiro resigned. One example, yeah, going up would be this. And as we said, if the king goes down, we have those moves. So, congratulations to Cliffvine, the winner of Tourney-To title. Our king on the Discord, the role shall be given right now. King roll. Beautiful game from both. Maybe we can capture a few words of the post-game discussion. Koshiro says, I made a big blunder in the opening. Okay, that was the bishop drop, I'd imagine. Congratulations to new king. Indeed, indeed. If you guys gonna leave, remember we have another stream today. We're gonna watch pro games. We're gonna choose outcome, Cliffvine 1, which seems like 10% of people predicted that. Congratulations. Mifa was on a break. And we changed the way the format works. We do not defend the title. New title. If you want to keep your title, you have to enter the tournament from the zero. We changed the format of the tournament because the king requested it so. More games, more fun, right? So they're talking about blunder and talking about whenever it was possible to come back. I'm gonna take a look. In the meantime, naming the tournament after strong pieces. I know that in Europe there is this tournament called TTKing tournament because it's cool. I know that some people were giving kids like ranks, like black belt being like a certain piece or a certain dobutsu piece. But yeah, Rook title. I think Rook title. I think it's a thing on Shogi Club 24, maybe. Okay, Cliffvine says that when you played 9-5 horse and 3-1 king. I would be safer. This is the diagram. Uh-oh. There was a way for Koshiro to come back. Quick search shows that Koshiro, you could have played bishop for after Sir 6-2 in the opening. Yeah, that's just losing a lance, basically. That's funny. Okay. Then this move was quite critical. It seems that lance drop was indeed the best move. Keeping some pressure, but yeah, putting the horse back And using the lens in the center was a huge mistake. Yeah. And Cliffvine made some mistakes of his own. Here we were thinking that Koshiro might have had some chances. As we see, this pound drop might have been a crucial move. But in the end, this move, especially giving away the gold, turned out to be not a good outcome, yeah. But this line is known losing line, actually, yeah. Not really losing, but like this side has the advantage. Because they're threatening to promote the rook. Yeah, this should be better for Cliffvine. What does Jodzu mean? Jodzu means skillful. Jodzu is a play of words in Japanese language. Because when you're a foreigner and you come to Japan, they often say, and you hear you speak Japanese, they often say, "Jodzu desu ne." It's a way of saying you're quite skillful. But the problem is the way it's used. It's like they don't mean it actually. It's just a phrase like "How are you?" It's "How are you?" Don't really ask how is the other person. You're just like "How are you? Fine, and you?" Judge is like, I'm appreciating that you're using this language, but I'm not necessarily happy about it. So it's just like a play of words. But generally, Jodzu and the kanji, it can be read both skillful. I mean, Jodzu is also a good word, like being skillful or being good at something. I am Jodzu. Nice. Also, the same kanji is here for handicap giver. If you guys didn't know. Yeah. It's like, hi, oh, your English is very good. Yeah, something like that. It's a little bit annoying at some points, yeah. But anyway, it's our play of words. But basically, it means Tourney-To becoming skillful. Yeah, like beginners are not. We have to agree. Beginners just learn the game. They're not very skillful, so it's their first step to become good at shogi. Then we have the second beginner step, which is to become a shodan. Shodan is always a big step. Yeah, the black belt of shogi, one dan. Important. It's a little bit crazy sequence. And then masters, because in like computer games usually say like master and grandmaster and so on. And of course king, because we have king and queen, and it's only fair. And then we have journey to tourney, because it sounds so stupidly appropriate to our other tournaments. So you have Tourney-To, 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 and this one is other. This is journey to tourney, which is the opposite of TTJ, is JTT, which is epic. It's one of those jokes that Carol laughs at immediately, and therefore it became a thing. So, yeah, but gold stakes, yeah. Then what? Yeah, the silver from this side looks more. I was mentioning that those two dragons are very pitiful, so like pawn drop to 5-3 at some point was quite important. Maybe like breaking. But I also thought that horse and rook on the edge looked a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's the pawn drop, yeah. But it is the last pawn and the castle is still a solid hard game. I wonder if like pawn drop to 4 before taking 3-4 was better. Maybe before take in game to enable pawn drop to 3. But honestly, it feels like we are lacking some pieces. I needed a knight to make this attack successful, yeah. Like I also guys was thinking like this horse move around here was the little bit sketchy one. Which move? Move 44. Computer wise, 44 it was better to drop lens to 3-6, not overcommit on 9-5. Commit. Someone pointed it out during the game as well. Yeah. Yeah, but still slightly disadvantageous. Yeah, so if it's like lance drop, let's say bishop goes, horse goes back. Oh, then the computer prefers to. Okay, it's sketchy. Likes to input the lance, then move the rook, but clearly lance drop by 6 was painfully countered. Yeah. Cliffvine did a great job there. Lance drop by 3 felt solid. That's my opinion, but yeah, this is when it dropped, right? therefore 6 seems more useful in comparison. But yeah, it's rough. So Cliffvine will leave now. At the opening, I was quite surprised because normally, Chinchinanos, normally you would we wouldn't enter such crazy variation unless, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys learned from watching this. I definitely did personally. We saw some nice tactics from Cliffvine. We saw some nice idea from Koshiro. Yesterday's Silver 5-4 was the most epic move, I would assume. I don't know. I would say myself, yeah. And I will see you guys in 1.5 hours on our pro games analysis. And of course, yeah, if you're not there yet, it's our Discord where we're gonna ping the notification about the stream where it goes online. Tomorrow, of course, we're gonna analyze your games, so don't miss that out. Thank you for coming and watching. Let me check if we have anybody Shogi like to raid. I don't see. I think I'm gonna finish here. All right. Bye bye.